Good day to sir and all of those that are watching this. My name is Muhammad Faishman Haikal, and today I'll be presenting the malware and intrusion case study, which is the all of the required questions that need to be answered in this case studies. So first of all, is the problem statement. So for this question, assume you are the hacker. Explain in details what is your plan to make this scam happen. So first of all, assuming I was the hacker, firstly I would use a short sender ID that is closely similar to usual bank sender ID, such as sender ID that starts with number 6 with only up to 5 numbers, and normal users usually does not take too much consideration into these ID numbers. Aside from its short ID numbers, and normal users usually does not remember the specific bank sender ID. Secondly, I will research the specific message or text style bank always use to increase the chances of victims believing it sent from a true source. I will avoid any inconsistencies with the language, grammar, and even the capitalization of the alphabets in the text to reduce the red flags and to trigger, which will decrease the chances of being detected as a scam text. Now, thirdly, I would do is if the bank tax usually provide the call center number, I would put a very similar number to the original bank number to increase the chance of getting successful scam. And last but not least, to make it even more believable, I would like to try to buy leak informations regarding users that uses specific banks to further elevate the likelihood of the victims to believe the text is from a bank that they actually use. Now, for the question B, the countermeasures that I recommend to the public for the scam above is, first of all, I would suggest users to always call the numbers on the actual card and never on the text message. This is because scam text always uses different numbers and fish users onto calling the number, and in actuality call the scammers instead. Secondly, always check the sender ID. There are some scam tests that does not use usual bank style caller ID. There are some that actually uses phone numbers, and or maybe even a different country. If this is detected on the test, then it is a high red flag, and it is most definitely a scam test and should be not. And last but not least, always check for bad grammar or any alphabets inconsistencies, like maybe missing some alphabets or spelling error on the message, because this is also one of the red flags of the text being scam. The bad grammars and spellings are the result of the scammers who see the English not being their first language, or the text has been manually typed, which are most definitely not banks. And bank always, most of the time, uses automatic generated message. Now, for the third question, if I am the normal user of the bank, give creative idea to bank and government on how to improve their banking apps. So first of all, I would suggest banks to always push out notifications on scam alerts to bring more awareness to the users. This would definitely widens users understanding in awareness, and also in current scam style, and also decrease the likelihood of users to being scammed. Secondly, I would suggest bank applications to encourage the use of biometric authentication method rather than the password method. While password method of course is secure, there is no more secure than actually being able to prove who you are by using what you are. So basically, in this sense, it's more like using whatever that you have on your body in your body, uh, such as using Face ID or using finger scan, which is on Apple is Touch ID, because it is more secure, or it is more uh, other users cannot replicate your finger scan or even your face ID, so that it is definitely more secure. And in addition to that, users also tend to forget their password, thus making it more annoying to work on the application. So for security reasons, passwords can be applied when making the over limit transaction or transactions that is above the limit that what the user set, or basically big transactions for extra security layer. Now for the second one, which is proactive malware and intruder detection. So for the first question, create a specialized malware detection tool for analyzing phishing SMS and emails. Alright, for this one, I propose the tool Phishing Analyzer, which is a tool that analyzes both incoming SMS and also email contents, and then report it to the user whether it is safe or a malicious text or email. So according to this flowchart of the system, first of all, it will receive the incoming SMS or email, and then it will extract all of the text, all of the send information, and even the URLs on the email and the text, and then also the phone numbers. And then it will then check the URL and phone check, which is they will check the unknown domains, untrusted phone numbers, and then they will undergo at the same time they will also undergo the content and keyword analysis, which is urgency, the scam phrases, sensitive data requests, and then also the sender verification, which is check number or domain versus bank list. They will cross check. And then after that, after they have finished analyzing, they will make up the rules and then the rescoring of the text that has been sent to the system, and they will calculate the risk score from the findings. And then after they found out the rules and the risk scoring, they will put the risk level. If it's low, they will classify it as safe message. If it's on medium level, it will classify it as suspicious message. And then if it's on high, it will classify as malicious message, which also it will show warning and advise the user to do not call or share the details. So this is the example or the sample output of the system itself. So basically, just like how the flowchart indicates or shows, this is if the actual test is, this is when the test is not it is detected as malicious. So basically, you will tell the user that it is malicious. You will say it's fraudulent, possible phishing message, and then it will show back the message that they analyze, and then they will tell all of the findings of the message after the analyzation, and then it will classify the report, and then it will show you the risk score, and then recommend the user actions, and etc. So this is basically the sample output of the tool. Now for the B question, modify the banking approval apps below to become proactive. So this is the modified UI into proactive. So basically, instead of you being the one who instead of there are no extra security layers for this one, they will push out notification such as this one, suspicious transaction detected if it's for the first time transfer to any account, and then they will undergo risk analysis of the user account, which is unusual transfer behavior, recipient not in trusted favorites, and also it will indicate the approval temporarily locked for protection. So for any first time transfer, they will undergo with bank first instead of you being the one approving the transaction, and then the transaction will be placed on temporary hold for customer protection instead of you being the one doing the transaction at that point. So first you must verify the transaction with the bank first before you can undergo the transaction. So this basically provides another security layer from being scammed if it's from a suspicious account or suspicious transaction. And that's about it. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Muhammad Faishman Haikal bin Muhammad Fazli, and this is my case study for TMI malware intrusion.